Hi guys, so today I'm going to bring you the neck massage. Stick to the end to see how I show you that your neck is going to be so much taller and healthier by the end of the treatment. Okay, see you soon. Hello, Victoria here. So you're joining me for the third of the self-massage series. Please do like, comment, share. Let me know what you think of the series. Let me know whether it's helping you or not. That would be nice to know. We have seen the scalp massage with the ears. We then saw the face, and now we are coming to the neck. Ah, yes, at last. So we're looking at the neck. First of all, let's have a think about posture. So get those feet just at hip width apart again. So two fists resting between the point at the base of your toes, and that will give you hip width apart. Rest easy, rest nicely with your shoulders relaxed, head possibly central. Hopefully you're looking at a mirror right now maybe, and look at what your head's doing, what your neck's doing. So hopefully your neck isn't protruding forward, it isn't pushed too far back, it isn't leaning to one side. Obviously I'm exaggerating, but even these minute movements and postures can have a big difference to your neck strain, and the neck has a huge implication on the sacrum. They're called love-it brothers. They need each other to be well. So think about your posture. I'm looking at mine in the mirror now, and I'm hoping that it looks about level. What you want to be doing is not going too far forward, because that can indicate an aggressive or over-assertive nature. Too far back, and it means stubborn, unmoving. Over too far to one side or the other can mean indecisive and almost too flexible, that we give in too easily. Maybe a lot of therapists have that nature because we are naturally empathetic, sympathetic, and maybe too sympathetic. We take on other people's problems quite easily. So I find myself with my head to the side, especially when I'm listening to people. I just do it automatically, and I need to be able to hold it central so that I'm not always on the one side. That will have an effect on my neck at some point. So just think about where your neck is first of all, and then the next thing we're going to do is introduce our hands. So nice whole hand, flat hands on either side of the neck, and this is just introducing. So really nice feeling, just that your body, specifically your neck, now knows that some kind of therapy, some kind of intention and self-compassion is going to happen. So this is just the introduction of one part of your skin to another. Really nice. It's like a hello. So we're introducing, just touching the neck. And now we're going to do a grip and squeeze in this action. So start at the base, and you're working around the base from the sides to the back. We're not working on the throat as yet. Then come up to about medium way. You are overlapping where you were before, and you're just doing this action. So if there's any issues here, you don't want to be hurting yourself, just do it so that it feels good, it feels nice. And coming up to the very top of the neck, almost overlapping the jaw and the scalp a little bit. Oh, that feels really nice already. And now we're going to be pushing up with our fingers. So just flat fingers, nice and gentle. I'm not pushing up too firmly. In this nature, you see that pushing up Also at the same time your neck needs to be really relaxed. So relax into the neck and push it up in this manner. Obviously most of us are the right way up most of the day, and so gravity will have a downwards effect. If we were on our heads, maybe you need to be pushing down towards the heart, but I imagine most of us are pushing upwards. Okay, using those fingers upwards. And this is still an action of warming the area that you're going to be massaging. Okay, now a really good one. You're going to use the opposite hand into the crook of the neck, that little corner there. So you're holding, gripping in this fashion like this, and you're pulling forwards in that corner. Forwards, that's it. And just do that a few times, and then we're going to add another action. Oh, it feels good straight away. It's almost like someone else is doing it to you. That's great. Okay, so once you've got your hand, you're in that area, whole hand gripping and pulling forwards. This hopefully should be a little bit of soft tissue there. With some people, for instance rugby players and key sportsmen, that might be absolutely rock solid and tough. So whatever you can achieve there would be good, but that's why we're using the opposite hand, in order to try and get the brain to tell this trapezius muscle here and the sternocleidomastoid in the neck to relax. Okay, so just tell your neck and your shoulder on that one side to relax. Breathe into it. And now we're going to add another action. We're going to lean first of all towards the hand. Okay, so that will give the hand a little bit more fascia, a little bit more soft tissue to work with. Yeah, so that's just nice warming at the moment. And now we're going to lean away from it. So first of all, head up, pull that soft tissue, and now very gently head away. Some people won't be able to achieve this. Many necks are very tight and sore, where the neck has almost gone into a permanent spasm. I see it a lot in the clinic. So only do what feels good. Only within your own remit. You know what's right for you. Let's do this again. Hand off, back on again. Take a deep breath in and breathe out as you lean over. Even better, you're able to go far more further with a nice long deep breath out. Okay, so let's try that on the other side. Bring the other hand over to the crook of the neck, into that soft tissue, and at the moment just bring it forward. Hand off. Let's do the same again. Into the crook. Bring it forwards. There is definitely movement there. That's it. Keep the head up at the moment and just breathe. Now hand off, hand on again, pull it forwards, and this time towards the hand, lean your head in. Let's do the same again. And let's do the same again. So when you're doing this movement, make sure you haven't got your head dropped, certainly not too far back. It needs to be central, but also central in terms of looking in one direction or another. You need to be looking absolutely forward and then bend into it. Lovely. Now we're going to do the same again the other side. So hand on, pull that soft tissue forward. Breathe in and breathe out as you lean away. See what I was doing there, so try and push the other shoulder down as well, but the one that you're working on is the most important one to relax. Okay, breathe in and breathe out. How long are your breaths? Personally, I like the pause at the end of the long out breath. If you can achieve a nice long pause, so long as it's not strained and it's comfortable and it feels right. So let's try that again. And up. Lovely. Okay, just give those shoulders a circle. Ooh, I think my neck's crunching, but sometimes that's a good thing. It shows at least it's moving. Right, next we're going to look at acupressure points. So I'm going to be talking to you forwards and then showing you as I turn round. So first of all, I'm going to take my index finger in the very central part of the back of my neck, and I'm just going to, there's a little gully there, there's a little, it's called the Occiput acupressure point, and I'm just going to press with my index finger like this. And then I'm going to use the same finger very gradually working downwards. Okay, so please make a note of that. Don't put too much pressure because you're going to be working directly on the spine at that place. So it's just the power of touch and intention. You're not applying too much pressure at all. And now you're going to use 2 index fingers either side of that very strong muscle, either side of the spine. The muscle is called the erector spinae, and you're going to be applying pressure from the very top underneath the occiput bone, which is that skull bone there, and you're going to be working downwards again in this fashion. Okay, we'll repeat that one. Okay, and now we're going to be working out slightly further, just under the bone around the back of the ear. So underneath the bone there is a little gap that you can put your finger in. It's actually called a saddle joint here. So the little gap is about there. I'll show you to the camera in a second. I'm going to be doing both at the same time, and again working downwards. Even better if you can breathe out with every push. This feels so nice. So now you're going to use lengths of the straight fingers, just the finger points here, and you're going to be working upwards in lines on the 4 outside ones, not directly on the spine. I can feel my neck is really warming up now. Okay, so we've done the introduction, we've done the whole hand gripping, we've done the finger pushing upwards and the acupressure points. So next we're going to be looking at the occiput push and head drop. So I'm going to explain and then show you. So I'm going to be putting my fingers in a line along the line of the very base of the occiput. Now it's up to you whether you have your elbows down and your fingers that way round, or whether you want to work that way round. You can do it both ways. It depends what's more comfortable for you. Obviously this way round is quite a lot of pressure on the shoulders, so maybe do it that way round or get your partner to do this for you. So I'm going to be applying pressure to that base of the base of the skull, and then I'm going to be breathing out with a movement of my head like this. That is so good for mobility, flexibility of the neck. And one last one in the very centre. So you want to be very at the top of the spine. That's so good. So I actually reproduce that type of action in my neck release when I'm doing core therapy, which you may well have seen on here last month. So now have a look at the throat. So we're going to be working on the very front of the throat, but just be careful with the gullet here. So first of all, unless you've got some oil, I'm not doing it with oil today because most people watching this wouldn't have oil to hand. Maybe you're doing it out on a bus or at work or something in your break. So first of all, backs of the hands upwards around the throat. Upwards, upwards. Wouldn't it be great if we could just have that all the time? That feels nice already. And now we're actually going to be working downwards, maybe just with one finger, because there's quite a lot of friction there when it's just skin on the front of the throat, and you don't want to be pulling downwards. But either side of the gullet here, downwards. So what this is really good for is the chakra called the Vishuddhi chakra, the throat chakra. Imagine a little waterfall running through your throat, clearing, cleansing, helping you with breath, with your whole respiratory system, and also with expression and communication. A nice blue light, running water. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. That was the neck. Do you feel stronger and taller? Is your orientation and your posture better? Mine certainly feels warmer. It's probably gone a little bit rosy, and I certainly feel like I'm not leaning anymore, hopefully, and that I am taller. I'm going to walk tall all day today. It's really early in the morning. It's not even light yet much, and I've got a nice long day planned. So I wish you a fantastic day. Next week I am bringing you the shoulders. Yes, we're going to get into those shoulders. I'm going to give you some fantastic moves for mobility and to get rid of stress and to get rid of that pain and tension. So we're already getting there. We're almost there to the shoulders, and what we've done so far will be helping them. So thank you so much for tuning in. See you next week.